Hello chess fans, we're back with another CM training video, and in the last two videos I was in a different room, but now I'm in a new room, and so I hope this will look better. And so my opponent goes for a French, and there's a lot of things you can play against the French. I like knight c3, knight d2, e5. I just never take here obviously because that's just not going for the advantage, but let's go for knight d2 because recently I've been looking at gambit line. That's pretty fun. Okay, knight c3, knight c6. I will be honest, I am not familiar with this move at all. c3 looks natural, but c3 actually, c3 feels wrong, yeah, because I think black has e5 surprisingly, and that just feels better for black. So I think I'm gonna go knight f3 because just to defend my center. And I'm not sure what you're supposed to do here. Okay, my opponent goes a6. So now I think I'll go c3. And I don't know really what a6 does, unless they wanted to prevent bishop b5, but yeah, I'm going to go c3 pretty quickly. I think it's best not to think too much. And if knight f6 now, I can go bishop d3 and not have to worry about knight b4. And so I don't have to commit to e5 just so soon. Okay, h6, my opponent's just going for some nonsense here. Probably to try and get me out of theory. But I think I was already out of theory on knight c6. I don't think I've ever seen that move before. But I assume it's not the greatest move. Okay, so let's go bishop d3. Okay, bishop d7. So now I'm not sure if my opponent... I know there's some ideas where what happens is you go queen f7, f6, castles queenside, and march the g-pawns up. I'm not also sure if I want to castle so quickly because my opponent might go for g5. But the advantage of having kept the center like this with tension is that if my opponent goes g5 now, I'm going to take and then open the e-file, and my opponent should be pretty much lost at that point because, okay, my opponent takes on e4. Generally not, I don't think this would be a good move, but my opponent might have a certain idea in mind. Okay, knight f6. Yeah, I'm not getting such a huge advantage from the opening as I would want, but okay, I just thought of an idea. Let's go rook e1. Align this with the king. We have d5 ideas now in many positions. For example, if my opponent goes bishop here, takes, bishop d6. Wow. Wow. My opponent is playing very, very unconventionally, and it is very surprising that my opponent can get away with this. So yeah, now I was thinking something like this, and then d5, attacking the knight. Where does the knight really move? The knight can go to e5, I guess, after takes, bishop takes, and takes. I could also take, get the bishop pair, go bishop f4, attack the pawn, and probably, how would my opponent defend? Maybe with d5, and I just have just a great position. But I'm trying to look for more here than just a great position. I'm trying to look for the knockout blow already. Your opponent really should not be able to get away with just not developing and really just making a mess of their position. Yeah, the bishop on d7 is actually very crucial to hold all this together. So I think I'm just going to take and go for the bishop pair advantage. Sometimes you don't need to immediately punish your opponent. Even if they play a very bad opening, like this opening was. Here I just have, if my opponent goes d5, I think I have the greatest London of all time because my opponent doesn't have their good bishop. Their bad bishop is locked in the pawn structure. My pieces are all controlling e5. Bishop is nicely placed here. And I could even go for c4 actually because of how active my pieces are. Though generally you don't want to go for an IQP if you have traded pieces. Okay, my opponent goes queen c7. So yeah, every single one of my opponent's moves so far has looked very off, and this is no exception because why are you lining this up? Queen c7 looked a little bit more natural to move the queen, and now I think I also have queen b3 with the double threat to play d5 and also to take here, and I think d5 might just be the end of my opponent. Though actually no, I just realized my opponent can take here. For some reason I thought I could take, but okay, so now I think I have queen a3. And this is a double attack on these two spots, and this should be just my opponent crumbling here. I was thinking after rook b8, interesting is queen b6, and after castles, maybe it's less interesting than I thought, but maybe c4 instead, and then looking for d5 when it comes with the tempo on the knight after rook b8. And castles queenside, then yeah, queen b6 would make a lot of sense. But no, it probably wouldn't because the knight also covers here. Yeah, but queen b6 is often like an idea to just control some squares, put pressure on the position. And yeah, so this pawn is undefendable. So now we're in cruise control basically because we've found a significant advantage. Our opponent is losing a pawn. Our pieces are more developed. This is hanging, this is attacked. I think maybe my opponent was expecting queen b4 and then knight c6 would repeat. Okay, knight d5. I think that just blunders a full piece. Maybe not actually because they have queen d8. But after c4, the position is looking very dire anyways. Okay, so let's take here. Now let's go c4. Where does the knight retreat to is the question we have to ask ourselves now. And I think knight f6 makes the most sense. And I want to play d5 after that because this knight would then be stranded, so I could go pick it up like this. And my opponent can't castle, they're underdeveloped, a6 and h6 make no sense. And this should be close to a victory already. But obviously you can't count the eggs before they hatch. Or is that the saying, or is it chickens before they hatch? Because my opponent does actually, there are some ideas here. There are some ideas. Okay, so that was one of the ideas, I guess. So now I'm thinking, actually, I see a killing blow. I might be wrong about this one, but I think I see a killer. So takes, bishop takes, and then bishop g6. Looks killing to me. Because if they take here, check, here, check, here, check, I assume they're getting mated. That's actually mate on the spot. Oh no, because they have knight c5, but then I have queen c5. So takes, takes. Let's say I inverse the move order. Takes, takes, check, here, and like go, I don't know, play here or something. They go here. Oh wait, I could even go bishop f5 back there. So yeah, that just looks really good. Takes, takes, check, here, check. Oh, here. No, they have this pawn to protect them. Here. Threatening a lot of discoveries. King here, check, here. Takes, threatening this. And if takes, I check. They go here, and then it's like mate. Okay, I think I have a lot of ideas here, and even if it's not working, I think I'm still up 2 pieces for the exchange, so I'm just going to go for it. Also, I think actually I could just take here. This is really simple as well. Yeah, I'm just going to go for this actually. I just wasted my time calculating, I guess. Because after takes here, it's a very simple win, I feel. And also, now I feel this even gets stronger because after takes, takes, check, rook d7, here. I might even have knight e5 ideas. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it now. So yeah, takes, takes, bishop g6 check, king d7, knight e5, king c8, queen c5, and if that's not mate immediately, it's mate in a few moves. So yeah, this seemingly works out pretty well. But yeah, I don't know if I should have thrown in c takes b5. I think that was very basically cowardly. I should have finished my opponent right away. And it's also a general principle that you probably shouldn't sacrifice unless you see it like when you're up material, because okay, you're up material. If you go into the end game, you're going to win the game. But even if you don't go into the end game, or like if you sack material and it doesn't work, you're gonna lose the game because you're now in material. But here I feel like we just have so much concrete ideas that it should be working, though actually I just realized my opponent has queen b6. Okay, wait. Hold up. Okay, maybe I have misevaluated. Though even if I've misevaluated, I'm completely winning still, but... Well, yeah, I definitely misevaluated this. That was not ideal, was it? Opponent has ideas, don't they? Yeah, this is exactly what I was just saying about don't sack. Yeah, wow. Maybe I just made a huge blunder. Yeah, rook c1 maybe just wins a little bit easier here. I saw that, but then after here, I saw I win the queen, but I wanted to win more. Because if they go here, I thought knight c6 is killer with the fork, but yeah, wow. Okay, but we can't look on the past and try to change it. This knight is really annoying though as well. I'm gonna try to get rid of it. Yeah, here though is the problem. Yeah, wow. My opponent is getting away with something here that they should not have gotten away with. Okay, I guess we have to take now. That was really, really dumb. Okay, knight b7. I think I'm gonna go here. On knight c6, bishop c5 looks pretty natural. Then here is going to be played. If here, this would be game. So he has to go, my opponent has to go here, basically. And now I'm going to go knight f7. And I want to go knight b5, I guess. My opponent's rook doesn't have a lot of squares. Because if here, fork, if here, fork, if here, I take the rook, if here, I take the rook. If here, I guess my opponent could go there, but feels a little bit passive. And then I'm thinking to go b5. Whether I go here, okay, my opponent goes there. Now b5 looks very natural. Check here also looks fairly natural. Though, yeah, this knight is giving me a lot of problems. It's holding my position, my opponent's position together very nicely. Okay, let's go for this. Then just push these pawns. If they go here, this is a fork. And yeah, I definitely should not have sacked. I should have been content because my opponent's king went on a very big walk from here to here. Or from here to here, and survived, and I didn't believe my opponent was surviving. And also I think I overcalculated. I was looking for checkmate, only checkmate, but sometimes if you see a very big material edge, you should be happy. A bishop on f3, I just realized, would probably be the end of the game. So I might even go for something as slow as this because of how good a bishop would be on this long diagonal. Now, this position is still completely winning for white. White is completely dominating here. Like the two pass pawns on the king side, my pieces are all better than my opponent's. These pawns are weak. I mean, there's nothing really my opponent can do here. But my opponent is obviously going to try to create something. So my idea here is now to go a5 and then go for a6, because if check, I can go knight d6 check and pick up the rook. So my opponent would, after this, would have to move the king somewhere, and then I could go a7 even, and the rook would be actually trapped because wherever the rook moves, knight d6 would lead to a fork. And I don't think my opponent has anything too constructive to do, because like if knight d5, okay, you now allowed my bishop to go here, and well, you didn't want to allow that. Though my opponent might play knight d5 anyways. Okay, knight d8. That seems like a fairly reasonable move. Whether it's a good one, we will remain to see. Remains to be seen. Okay, let's go here. And okay, my opponent goes there. So I was thinking then that this is actually becomes fairly loose now because of this. Yeah, okay, maybe I should have thought that. Maybe I should have gone 95 or something. Okay, now I'm thinking, what if I go here to go like this? Okay, I need to go quickly too, so let's go just here pretty quickly. Knight here is really annoying me, but then I can go here and threaten this. Here would blunder a fork as well. And yeah, now it's just about going quickly, playing fast, and yeah, just not caring too much. So here, what did I say I was going to go? Yeah, I was going to go bishop e7, takes, and here is the idea. Because then all your pieces are just stuck. I'm also thinking about b5, and then after they go here, playing maybe b6, check here, takes here is always an idea. Check. And yeah, my opponent can't get rid of this bishop very easily. But I can't get rid of this knight very easily, so I'm thinking actually about even g4 ideas and h4, g5, because my opponent can do so little right now. Okay, my opponent goes there. Let's pin this knight, I guess. Let's pin this knight. King d7. Let's take this, I guess. No, because then he takes back. I was thinking check, but that doesn't work. Okay, so let's just go bishop back. And now I'm turning takes, and this. And if they take here, I win this. And this bishop is a monster, and this bishop is also a monster. The problem is I'm really, really, really low on time, so I might be getting flagged. And this is like the story, basically, of all my positions. Okay, so my opponent goes there, and this looks to me to be a blunder because I think this is winning a piece, and then I win this. I hope it is, because if it's not, if I'm not winning after all of this, this is going to be very sad. But yeah, definitely here, at least I think I'm winning this piece. And I'm going to have the two bishops and this very nice pawn. And yeah, I'm just going to go very quickly. My connection is also a little bit unstable, so it might disconnect at any time, which would be very unfortunate if that's what causes me to lose. But okay, so let's go take this one, I guess. And I think actually my opponent did not play this correctly, because now if they go here, I win this. If they go here, I win this. And I think I can give a check no matter what and pick up this rook, though actually I have to be wary of the back rank. Yeah, I definitely have to be wary of the back rank. That is one of the few ways I can lose this sort of position. If they go here, I'm going to go check, and after here, go here, I guess. I could go check here also, here, and then go this check. Okay, let's just give that check. If here, then I can go check and pick this rook up. And yeah, I need to not think about these positions because they're just completely winning. Let's give this check. Yeah, let's just give this check. And for good measure, I guess, let's just okay, I need to create this square already. This is now a threat if they take there. And I need to go quickly. I don't know what I was thinking about. That was just, okay, so my opponent blunders this. And I'm going to go g4. So now my opponent is even down on time, which I think was your only chance. Let's go for this check. Let's go here. And yeah, that looks to be about game. I could have gone here as well. And okay, that's game. So now I'm going to switch to the next scene. And this game was incredibly badly played by me, but my opponent definitely did not play the opening very well. Okay, so a6 is just, yeah, not a move. So my opponent's supposed to go knight gf6, and after e5, knight d7, knight b3 is supposed to be the best move. Okay, so let's instead look at a6. a6, c3 makes a lot of sense. h6 doesn't make a lot of sense, but seems not to change the evaluation by much. Yeah, bishop d3, and all this was good apparently by me. So yeah, is queen c7 a better move? No, because c4, yeah. Okay, so queen c7, queen b3. So yeah, this was all perfect. Queen a3, knight d5. So this position is plus 10. And let's see, why did I make this so complicated? So it's mate in 13 here. And then queen c5 is bad, queen takes b5 is here. And then, yeah, here I had to go queen d3, but I was really confused what to do on this move. Okay, knight c7. So yeah, I let the advantage slip a lot here. What I should have instead done is immediately go queen c5, because yeah, knight e5 is a mate threat. And after knight c6, knight e5 takes, there's no way to guard mate here. Knight d5, and rook d1 is just mate. Okay, that's pretty hard to see though. So yeah, this happened, and this endgame is just, yeah, completely drawn, I guess. So yeah, rook e1 was supposed to be much better, and after knight c6, bishop a3, okay, that makes sense. b4, yeah, here my opponent has equalized with knight b7. I was planning to go bishop e7. But yeah, and then this seemed really pleasant for me, but here I won a piece, and the rest of this was smooth sailing. So let's see the Centipon. Centipon was 37. That seems like an okay game. That's the end of today's video, guys. If you learned something or liked the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And I think I'm going to title this video, Never Sacrifice. See you guys in the next one.